And it's Captain Mike Gusty Crosswind welcoming you back, saying a hi, hello, and how are you? And this is the first of a two-parter dealing with commercial jet aircraft presentation through the Keyhole quiz. Yes, it's the jet age is upon us, which began the last year of the 1940s, 1949, when the de Havilland Comet made its first flight, leading now to the jet age, which lasted us through the 60s, 70s, into the 80s, which is as far as this presentation is going to go. The first jet airliners and all those lucky people that flew on it became known as the jet set. And here we see the Russian Tupolev 104, which became the second jet-powered airliner. I hope you guys are getting a good close look at these planes, because they're going to be in the Keyhole quiz, so try to memorize what you're seeing, okay? No excuses, these are spoilers handed to you on a plate. And some images from the age. This is the Fab Four themselves, the Beatles returning from their first tour of America at Heathrow Airport, all the eager fans ready to rip them apart. Oh, come on guys, give them a wave back. That's it. Come on, wave, wave, that's it. Come on. Hey! I saw you waving. And we're going to do this in two sections. Okay, I hope you're all ready for this. We're going to be heading off into the jet age from 1950 all the way through to the 80s. Hope you've got your pens, your papers ready, and your boarding passes. So here we go. It's section 1 and the first 6. Now I know that this is all very strange country for some of you, most of you probably. These aeroplanes are planes you don't see around anymore, and to be quite honest, Some of them I don't even remember. So there's no pressure on this at all. Just give you a chance to see some of the planes of the past and give you a chance to look at them, and maybe you'll remember a few and increase your knowledge. And on the other hand, if there are any of you who know all these aeroplanes, or nearly all of them, then, well, perhaps you should be doing this presentation, not me. Can I have your autograph, please, mister? Anyway, here's the answers. Okay guys, the aircraft I'd like to draw your attention to from the last section was first the de Havilland Comet, which was the world's first jet airliner, so yay Britain! And the second was the Tu-104 from Russia with love, and of course the Boeing 707, which was probably the big winner of them all. It was this beautiful aircraft from Seattle that opened the jet age properly. Anyway, ready for some more? And I don't know, I think you're beginning to see now how some aircraft designers are beginning to look at other aeroplanes and copy one design after another. The planes all are beginning to look a little bit similar in certain areas. Certainly Russia copied many of the Western designs. It kind of reminds me a little bit of when you're in class and you're writing down the answers to the questions up on the board, and there's another classmate sitting near you, spying over your shoulder, seeing what you've written, cribbing your answers. I think you know what I mean. Anyway, here's another 6. Okay, I'd like to give a mention to the first aircraft of this group, the French Caravelle. I always thought it was one of the prettiest aeroplanes of the age. Absolutely beautiful design. But I have a theory about the cockpit area. I think they got to Friday afternoon and somebody in the design office said, "Mes amis, we have not designed the front half of the aeroplane and the weekend is coming up. What are we going to do?" And one of their friends said, I'll tell you what we do. We will take the front piece of the comet, the English de Havilland comet, and we will stick it on the front end, and then we can all go off for the weekend. How about that? Well, we must have had really great relations with him in those days. Yes, it is the comet's nose stuck on the front of this, and I think it looks rather nice, don't you? And I think the inside cockpit layout was exactly the same, except it had just 2 lines of engine gauges instead of 4, like on the Comet. How many of you, by the way, noticed that it's got a Comet nose on the front? Anyway, here's some more. It's okay, I know what you're saying. Now, Mike doesn't know how to do French accents. Well, do you think you could do better? I thought not. Here's the answers. And as we draw to a close on this quiz, I'd like to give a special mention to one of the aircraft that was in the last section, an aircraft that I had the privilege to work on in the design group at the British Aircraft Corporation factory at Weybridge, way back. And I'm of course talking about the Aerospatiale BAC Concorde, the legendary supersonic transport. When that aircraft first flew, it was like looking into the future. This aircraft could cross the Atlantic in 3.5 hours, flying at altitudes of 60,000 feet at Mach 2.2. And on those westerly crossings across the Atlantic, it flew faster than the Earth rotated, so it used to arrive in New York just before the time that it had taken off. So it was even able to turn back time as well. So that's a real sad thing that there's none flying anymore, but I'm very, very proud to say that it's been part of our quiz. It really was Back to the Future. Anyway, that's the first part of our Keyhole Quiz Cold War Commercial Aircraft Part 1. Part 2 coming up. I hope you enjoyed that. And so it's Captain Mike Gusty Crosswind saying, look after yourself till next time, keep safe, and there was one other thing, wasn't there? Do you remember? Ah, yes. Yes. Happy trails.